Dear children, hi. So, in the previous class, we were discussing about what is nutrition and how the nutrition takes place, right? And we also discussed about autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition, and autotrophic nutrition by means of photosynthesis, the complete process of photosynthesis we have discussed about. And now we will go for second example for heterotrophic nutrition. First example for heterotrophic nutrition was amoeba, holozoic mode of nutrition, wherein how amoeba in 5 different steps it goes for meeting its own energy requirements we have discussed. Now we will get into how do we get our nutrition. Let's learn about nutrition in human beings. This is a complete digestive tract we have drawn. You see, mouth, lips are there, teeth are there, tongue, and then buccal cavity. And here we have salivary glands. That salivary glands secrete saliva, which are deposited there in the buccal cavity. And then that when food is given, food is masticated, or we can say ground here along with the saliva. Sorry, and then the food is ingested, rather swallowed. When we swallow, it goes through the esophagus and it reaches to the stomach and further to small intestine and large intestine. This structure is given, and here you can take this structure or the structure which is given in your textbook, either or, okay, but you have to have a practice of it. The same structure I will show it again also in the end of this particular topic, okay, and then carefully note down the parts. What are the different things? Here two major glands are there. One is liver, another one is pancreas. Liver goes for secreting bile juices, pancreas go for secreting pancreatic juices, glucagon and insulin and all. So how they are getting mixed there, and all these things are there. So it's a diagram, and if I take a live class, you are there with us. In offline class, I can draw, and then how to do it I can teach you. But here in online class, that option is not there, so no other option. So you have to see and then draw, no other option, okay, but you have to practice it. Now, how the digestion of food takes place in us human beings? First, we ingest food into our mouth, and that ingested food, so the food which is taken into mouth and gets chewed, and when we chew the food, the saliva secreted by the salivary glands mixed to it, and after that, when food is mixed with the saliva and other things, partial digestion of food takes place. We call that partially digested colloidal substance in the mouth, no, when we grind food it becomes colloidal, no? That is called technically bolus. That bolus is swallowed. When it is swallowed, it gets into esophagus, and esophagus takes the swallowed bolus or the ground food from buccal cavity to stomach. Then in stomach there are some glands which are called gastric glands. They go for producing gastric juices. These gastric juices are responsible for again partial digestion of our food. So the bolus which has already undergone partial digestion with the help of saliva there in our buccal cavity, mouth, which is again undergoing one more treatment with new secreted enzymes and then acids, hydrochloric acid and all there. So that constitute the gastric juices get thoroughly mixed, and then partial digestion continues. Further, when this in mouth, when it is ground, it is called bolus, and when it goes to stomach and then it gets thoroughly mixed with the gastric juices including hydrochloric acid, its pH is 1.8, okay, gets completely thoroughly mixed. That portion of the food is called chyme, okay. Different names are coming, and these names are meant for your entrance test, wherein such words will be given and then you have to identify. That's why I am giving you herein. But examination point of view, which are of not that much important, but entrance test, NEET, remember these are very important. So that chyme is transferred into small intestine now. Yeah, carefully if you see that diagram, previous diagram, stomach to intestine there is a U-like tube, that is called duodenum. From that only the transfer of food from stomach to small intestine takes place. And now we have already seen liver, right? Now I will go back to that diagram just to understand it. You see here in the diagram, I will show you. Watch here, liver, right, and then pancreas. They are opening here in a U, almost U-shaped tube. This U-shaped tube is called duodenum, and there only pancreatic juices, the liver juices also added there. Bile juices which are secreted by the liver are added here. We will go back to our procedure. Yeah. So there they are getting mixed, and apart from these, the small intestine, which is approximately 7 meter in long, okay, 7 meter in long, that also goes for secreting some sorts of enzymes, which are all called intestinal juices. That intestinal juices are also mixed here. Now again I repeat, mouth salivary juice, and then stomach gastric juice, liver bile juice, then pancreas pancreatic juice, 4 types already completed. Now small intestine intestinal juice. So these all are groups of enzymes, group of hormones, groups of different types of salts, groups of different kinds of masticating, digesting components, okay, biochemical components. All these things are completely given on, and then once that all get thoroughly digested, the digestion is done. Small intestine is the main organ in which the maximum, the best digestion is done. That is why it is called the chief organ of digestion. Chief organ of digestion. Not only digestion, chief organ of absorption, and then assimilation too. So here what maximum of digestion, better absorption, and total assimilation taking place. So that way small intestine is a very important one, right? And then in small intestine internally, you might have seen if you have gone for a butcher shop, where the intestine, when you purchase goat intestine or mithun intestine, there you can find inside small tiny rough surfaces, right? That rough surfaces are because of small pustules, small tiny hair like structures which are called villi, and through which only absorption and assimilation taking place in the stomach, okay. So they are present, and there the absorption and assimilation in small intestine taking place. After that, the leftover food, nothing but the chyme, which reaches to the large intestine, and here in large intestine also some juices are produced which are called large intestinal juices or colon juices, okay, and they are also mixed and then going for thoroughly absorbing each and every bit of energy from our food. And after the absorption of complete energy, the waste materials which are transferred to a part is called rectum. In that only the waste materials are stored. Now these waste materials are called fecal matter, or they defecate. When we defecate, what we release out now, that is called fecal matter. That is kept stored in rectum. So rectum is the storage organ of feces, and when rectum gets filled up, we release it out through anus. That is nothing but a defecation. So this is what the digestion in human being, the steps. So these steps are very important examination point of view also. So completely all these steps properly note down, and then go for relating it with the help of the diagram. So diagram is mandatory in digestion in human beings, and then these steps which are the flow charts given, these steps are also very important. Now further, this is a simple flow chart how the food comes to mouth to buccal cavity to pharynx to esophagus to stomach. Stomach has 3 different portions. So one among them is called cardiac stomach, cardiac, pyloric, like these different parts are there that they have shown. And then it comes to duodenum. Duodenum is a very important part where stomach gets connected with the small intestine, okay, that it is U-shaped, like this U-shaped structure. And then from there only bile juices and pancreatic juices are added up there. Then from there small intestine to large intestine to rectum to anus. So from mouth to anus, mouth means this opening is called onus also. So onus to anus digestion takes place, the digestive tract functions properly. The same diagram already I told you, I will give you again. So now you go through. Earlier just we have gone through it. Now with these steps you just go through. I will give 1 minute of time just to go through the diagram, and imagine that the food is given to mouth, and then how it gets successfully passed and what and all added in which parts, that you just recall. 1 minute of time. done. Yeah. So this is what digestion in human beings. Let's proceed further. What we have discussed so far in two different classes, we have discussed definition of life processes, need of life processes, what are the basic vital life processes which are supporting the life of organisms like nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, movement, reproduction, etc. And then what is nutrition? In that autotrophic nutrition, example as a photosynthesis from plants. Then heterotrophic nutrition in amoeba, how does it take place? 5 different steps. In human beings, how does it take place? So these are what so far we have discussed in these two different classes.